technology development and innovation in the field of different products. For that organizing a show, I must thanks to the organizer and Lagudyog Bharati that they had planned a very beautiful show. And to attend this program on the desk, I really am very happy that here we have our Shri Manvinder Singh Ji, Air Marshal Manvinder Singh Ji, Honorable. We have Srimati Satyabhama, Commissioner MSME. We really have Mr. Sachin, President of Lagudyog Bharati, Karnataka. We have Shri Narayan Prasannaji. And we have all the delegates from different part of the Karnataka as well as from the other state. All the students, I am seeing few students also here, and all the media friends. Atmanirbhar Bharat, and then to really achieve the target what our Honorable Prime Minister and all the state chief ministers and all other organizations all together are trying that how to increase our production base. The basic line, we are the second biggest employment creator, but we could be the first also. Now we have to target how we become the biggest employer altogether for the country. How the China has changed, what was the ecosystem there, what was the total environment they have created, and what is the reason why we just could not do as much as we deserve and we wanted to do. We have to understand that first. I must say that if we do something, especially when the whole country's system is to produce, to use our own product, made in India, or Bharati product. At that time, if we see, we really need to work very hard. Both the government, let it be state governments or the central governments, they're all the way out to support the young entrepreneurs or the new entrepreneur of the MSME. If we start thinking to create the environment, not only giving the subsidy to start the industry. No, we started thinking that our thought process should be start and handhold for next 5 to 7 years that the industry should be functional. Once the industry is functioning for more than 7 years, then it moves automatically. Earlier, the concept was initially to subsidize them, support them on the capital investment, and leave them on their own way. We were not supporting the technology part, but initially, if I talk about 10 to 15 years before, it was more of a financial problem because technology used to change in 10 to 15 years' time. So once we take the technology, then we continue that same technology. But now the time is changed. About 5-6 days before, we were having all India's Technology Ministers Conference in Ahmedabad. Honorable Prime Minister has inaugurated that exhibition. We, about 8 or 9 different states, technology minister and center technology minister, we all sat and discussed that how can we support the MSME for a small technology upgradation. Because now the technology is changing every 3 to 4 years is the maximum life of any technology. We were much behind on packaging and marketing system. We were much behind for our distribution and delivery system. So altogether, if we see in last 6 to 7 years span, the amount of change in the infrastructure side, the amount of thought process change in the government as well as private entrepreneur thought process that yes, we should have the best technology. And now what we are thinking is technology part of side that we should, all the state should have one department to procure the local, small, mediocre level of technology support to the industry. Once that is done, because what I am saying, because I'm traveling a lot, our young entrepreneur, our young students have lot of dreams, many dreams. They have enough resources to start. But at times they stuck on the direction. At times they stuck on the financial support system. At times they stuck on the marketing part of it. But the technology has supported a lot now. In Madhya Pradesh, we have decided in last 8 months process, because I become minister in 2 years before only this department came to me. I thought that we should change the whole system of MSME. We have decided, being the heart of the country, the best delivery system or the center point, being the privilege of being the center point, because we don't have any port, we don't have any other thing. So we decided how to be associated with our surrounding states. We decided to create the ecosystem on few products and making their clusters. We give the raw land, ask the association and the group of investors to develop as per their requirement. Because now it is a very big question that every zone has a different requirement. We cannot standardize one requirement for all the industrial area. So we decided, we have taken initially in the first phase, furniture, toy, pharmaceutical, ready-made garment, from cotton to the garment. Then we decided for lot many other products. And for each product, we decided that we should support to have minimal wastage, maximum efficiency, best technology, and most economical volume of operation. Because at time, what happened? We decide, we go to the bank, and sir, I'm a first generation entrepreneur, I want this loan. Bank said, no, your capacity is slightly less. We'll give you only this much. Then the entrepreneur, 1-2 chakkar lagane ke baad wo sochta, chalo itna to leo, let us start. In our language, in Marwari language, we say, Ochi punji dhani ne khave. Short of capital, eat away the entrepreneur. The same thing, not having the technology today of the most modern, our sustainability reduces to 50%. We must study and we must understand how fast the technology and upgradation is required. Because when I study from the day one of the independence, at that time there was not much big problem of unemployment. Why this come? Why our manufacturing setup stopped and all went out? If I say when our population was 35 crore of the country, more than a crore of family were dependent only on one trade of textile. Why it has all shut down? Why we could not do on right time of upgradation of all the textile mills of the country? And how we can do in future these kind of mistake which because of that we had this problem. When I was just talking and studying, what is the difference between MSME and large industry? I could understand to establish a large industry. And in that large industry, if I have to create one employment, it costs to any government, let it be state or center or the fund of the government, goes up to 15 to 18 lakh rupees minimum per employment. And when I talk about MSME, it drops down to less than 2 lakh rupees. Our main target is to distribute the work into every district of the industry, place of the state, have small clusters of different products. Whatever is more traditional work of that state or the crop or either raw material or the finished product, or what privilege of the knowledge we have. So we should decide an ODOP line which has been decided by the government of India and all the state has followed. But we should also think simultaneously which are the best cluster could be possible. We have decided that we will not only encourage to start, we made the policy for next 5 years. Lot of grants we will give. And the second biggest grant is required is the employment support system. We decided in the state, and I think I was reading your policy also, Karnataka, you also give about for 5 years some employment subsidy. On the 5 years. Huh? No, 51 is so many schemes. Yeah, 5 years you are subsidizing to the worker support system. And I think this is the best part of the whole schemes. Because that helps both the system, the country's need and our need. If we do both the things together, technology support, manpower support, reasonable rate of power supply. That is again a very big challenge. I think you had given some 2 rupees grant on power tariff also, and we are also giving more power subsidy. Because that is the only thing which can distinguish. But recently, lot of product has been taken out of the list for the reserve for the MSME category. And the procurement of the states or their corporation or the government agencies reserved for the MSME block, those have been reduced a lot. We should re-study in both the way, and I really want to welcome each and every young entrepreneur to give their suggestion in time. See, what is happening at time when we talk one-to-one, lot of people, sir, you are too big, how to communicate? This is a very easy way. सब सुनते नहीं है. Start all black and white and writing, start giving our comments, see, and let's meet each other. Because these kind of exhibitions, we call all 2, 3, 4 state people, they talk to each other, what is the best technology, what is the best raw material, what are the best way to get the most economical way to get the production. These support system of, let it be Lagu Udyog Bharati or other organization who are dedicated to the nation's growth. So we should work all together with all possible support with the governments, because the slogan doesn't have only slogan, it means. And the environment of the international is the most suitable today because of this China's corona issue. Let us talk. There's a big worry. I was just talking to Air Marshal that what will happen if China and Taiwan fights, because behind both the countries, the forces are the same which are there in Russia and Ukraine. Same forces are there behind each country. If that comes, then are we prepared for those big opportunities? How will we face and what can we create? I was sitting in one place seeing the data. 80% to 90% semiconductors are being manufactured in Taiwan. If that stops, in 1 year the cost of every product of electronics would be the double. No. The wise man would be, he should prepare in advance some exercises on that. We should not limit ourselves only for software designing. Why can't we do hardware? Why can't we do all other technology updation? We are talking of the smart cities. We are talking about a lot of technology. Now, are our system is prepared and where are we lacking? We should communicate. We should share and let's do our best to create the maximum possible opportunities. The detailed presentation कुछ रखने का system बनाया था क्या अपना बाद में देंगे तो एक बार जरूर presentation पहले दे देते तो communication में question answers अच्छे आ जाते कि what are the different way to do all these things. And my only final, I can say the thought, it's less government is with you, with every new thought process. Let it be forces. They have decided more than 70% indigenization. It means what volume of requirement they have. And they feel we don't have the vendor proper. And we feel that we don't have the opportunity. Where the gap? And these kind of gap can be filled with the different kind of association, different kind of platform. We meet together and let's grow together and let's take a mindset that we ourselves would be one of the key person for Prime Minister's dream of Atmanirbhar Bharat And we will make sure that Atmanirbhar Bharat means our money will not give any employment to other country people. Today, our money gives maximum China, the maximum possible employment. Money is ours. We are hungry of employment, and we are giving to the other country. That's the biggest challenge. Let's fight together and understand how we both, the entrepreneur and the government element, work together to make our country Atmanirbhar Bharat. Thanks a million for hearing.